Andy Amen. Kristen Berg, when I call you, just walk right on up here, if you would, please, thank you. Catherine Bunton. Marilee Cole. Beverly Copeland. Betty Esther. Helen Gagel. Nancy Goodman. Ben Johnson. Sherry Medwin. Carol Michelini. Kathy Miller. Jennifer O'Neill. Nan Parson. Nancy Brett. Nina Raskin. Frances Rome. Sharon Sanders. Reverend Jan Smith. Denise Stoneback. Patty Vile. And Elliot Zacian. This is the chorus. Hang out there for a minute, you guys. I hope I do your crowd. Thank you. Well, in a minute, let me make a couple of So in June of 2014, stay here. What a bunch of troublemakers, right? So, David, you have a picture. What? I'll keep this brief. So let me just say a few words on behalf of the 25 people who really made Justice Day happen. In June of 2014, the question of how to properly commemorate the 50th anniversary of Martin Luther King's historic speech on the Winnetka Village Green was raised at Open Communities. King came in 1965 to launch the Chicago Freedom Movement and broadcast his message regarding unequal access and unequal opportunity in the most segregated city north of the Mason-Dixon line. So a group began to form within and outside of Open Communities to guide a project that was determined to do more than simply commemorate a day in the life of a great American historical figure. This group had a broader vision, a deeper commitment, and a burning desire to remind the population on the North Shore that, although much has changed from 1965 to 2015, there was still so much more work to be done. So much deeper work to be done if we are to truly commemorate this brilliant visionary and his life's work on behalf of justice for all. And so the Justice Project was born. And what this work means to each of these fabulous 25 volunteers, I am sure, differs slightly for each activist. But for me, so much of what this is about can be expressed in a short excerpt from a speech that King gave not on July 25th, 1965, but on April 4th, 1967, exactly 1 year to the day before he was taken from us. King spoke at the Riverside Church in New York and said, "I am convinced that if we are to get on the right side of the world revolution, we as a nation must undergo a radical revolution of values. We must rapidly begin the shift from a thing-oriented society to a person-oriented society. A true revolution of values will soon cause us to question the fairness and justice of many of our past and present policies. One day, we must come to see that the whole Jericho Road must be transformed so that men and women will not be constantly beaten and robbed as they make their journey on life's highway. True compassion is more than flinging a coin to a beggar. It comes to see that an edifice which produces beggars needs restructuring. A true revolution of values will soon look uneasily on the glaring contrast of poverty and wealth. With righteous indignation, it will look across the seas and see individual capitalists of the West investing huge sums of money in Asia, Africa, and South America, only to take the profits out with no concern for the social betterment of the countries, and say this is not just. It will look at our alliance with the landed gentry of South America and say this is not just. The Western arrogance of feeling that it has everything to teach and nothing to learn from others is simply not just. And so, in an election season, when many of us are working hard for a variety of candidates for a whole bunch of different offices, I think we, the volunteer corps of the Justice Project, would like to say, go do the work, knock on doors, stuff envelopes, make phone calls, donate money, but remember, all that work that culminates on November 8th is only a lagging indicator of the social movement that we all have a part in advancing. And so, on Wednesday morning, November 9th, take a short moment, savor the electoral victories, lament the political losses, and then get over that and get back on the truly difficult task of finding paths to advance the movement. Thank you for recognizing the tremendous work that these volunteers did over a year ago and the work that they and the Justice Project will continue to do. And with your support, we thank you.